Look, just before we go to the break, a lovely story. The Binna Burra Lodge is a beautiful, peaceful retreat inland from the Gold Coast. Safari tents and campsites, mountains, 160 kilometres of walking trails, and escape like no other. But they were the victim of bushfires in September 2019. The lodge was burnt to the ground and 40 adjoining cabins and other infrastructure wrecked at a cost of about $20 million. Part of the operation is back, but to make the business work, they need another 15 or 20 rooms, and they're going to raise some money. Now, the price is $1 a share, and every dollar will be ploughed back into the business. Minimum placement, 500 shares. How's this? Steve Noakes is the chairman of Binna Burra Lodge, and he joins us. Steve, a novel idea. Tell me how it works.
Oh, thanks, Alan. Thanks for having me on. Well, it's in the tradition of the origins of the business back in the 1930s, when basically back in 1934, Binna Burra was the first sort of crowd-funded nature-based tourism enterprise in Australia. And we've grown from 97 shareholders to 880 families and individuals. It's a collective, basically. Nobody owns more than 1% of the shares currently. And under the Constitution, nobody can own more than 2.5%. So I guess it's our own form of crowdfunding that we're seeking to raise the necessary working capital.
How much do you plan to raise?
Bushfire recovery.
How much do you plan to raise?
The offer information statement permits us to raise $4.6 million.
Right.
And that's based on a 3-to-1
I love the fact
issue.
that you're honest. You say, don't expect a financial return. If you're after that, put your dollars somewhere else. So what will you get for your dollar, apart from being part of the story and its history?
Yeah. Well, that's the important thing. It's a very strong emotional connection that families have to Binna Burra over the years. There are discounts available for shareholders and food, beverage and accommodation and the activities, but the overriding motivation is for people who want to maintain the custodianship, the stewardship and the good care of it's the Binna Burra cultural landscape. It's on the Queensland Heritage Register, so it's a very special place for many families, hundreds of families, and we'd like to take that to thousands of families.
Well, it's good to talk to you. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a plug. It's what Binna Burra Lodge, binnaburralodge.com.au. Is that it?
Thank you. Yeah, it's great, Alan. Thank you very much.
Well, as my dearly departed friend James Killen would say, if that's not a good story, we are in trouble. Thank you for your time, Steve. We'll take a break and be back after the break.